Starting off the list is Squirtle. Yo. As you can see, my first gen starter is actually Squirtle. I do love my Squirtle. We are gonna be putting Squirtle S tier. I do love Squirtle. Out of the Gen 1 starters, Squirtle is probably one of my best. Squirtle. And then next would be Bulbasaur. Honestly, none of the first gen is actually lower than A tier. I just preferred Squirtle back in the day. But both Bulbasaur and Charmander are a decent starter. I do love both of them. The first time I played Pokemon Fire Red, I actually chose Bulbasaur over here. So yeah, I do love my Bulbasaur. And then as for the second gen starters over here, I'm probably gonna be putting let's see. Honestly, the highest, I'm not really the biggest fan of the second gen starters. I do know that Totodile is probably gonna be A tier, so I'm gonna be putting Cyndaquil at B tier, and then Chikorita. The Chikorita is probably overall my least favorite starter in D tier, just because they really did not advertise using grass type on second gen. I mean, the first gym leader is literally a flying type with Faulkner, so you're kind of screwed. And it's probably the least starter that I've used so far. I mean, in the Pokemon anime, I do love Chikorita, but in games, he's kind of underwhelming. He is, yeah. Chikorita is underwhelming in the Pokemon games. So for me, D tier for you. Although, in terms of, I'm just gonna put you in C tier because I do love you in the Pokemon anime at least, and it's not gonna be right for you to be D tier anyway. Meanwhile, Totodile is okay. Okay, let me explain. I love crocodiles. I love alligators. I love the reptile species, my dude. And just looking at the design of your alligator, but he's literally I think the first starter I played when playing through second gen and the second gen remakes. Like, he's my favorite starter out of the second gen starters, my dudes. Like, I love just that aesthetic of it, the way he the personality he got for the Pokemon anime. Overall, I do love Totodile, one of my favorite second gen starter. I love Totodile. Torchic. Torchic is probably gonna be at B tier, honestly, because A tier for me, my A tier is going to be Mudkip for its third gen. I do love Mudkip. Mudkip is probably one of my favorite. Yeah, because of Swampert. I mean, Swampert is just the bulkiest one around, my dude. I love me some Swampert action, and Mudkip is so adorable. I think I have that clip on YouTube where two Mudkips are just chatting it up, like like I think chatting it up on a rock. Like, I love that. I love Mudkip so much, man. Mudkip is too cute, and Brock having Mudkip, like the personality of Mudkip in the anime, chef's kiss right there. Let's go for Trico. It is tough. This is tough because I do love Trico. Probably the same way I love Torchic. Yeah, definitely. I do prefer Mudkip over Trico though, and I do love Trico's personality in the anime. I do love that he likes to have that twig in his mouth, on his mouth. So I do love that. I'm gonna go put Trico on. Probably gonna be putting him at the low A. Then I'm gonna be putting him as. This is tough. Yeah, that's probably it. Yeah, Mudkip and Squirtle. And then Empoleon would be onto the onto the the fourth generation of games. Piplup, probably my least favorite would be Turtwig. So I'm gonna be putting Turtwig at B, and Piplup is probably going to be at C and 80 right here. I'm gonna be arranging this later. And then of course, as you may know, this YouTube channel is called Infernape King. And you bet your ass that I'm going to be putting this boy over here at S tier. I mean, he's a monkey, he's an adorable chimp. Like, come on, adorable chimp, and evolves into an Infernape, a Sun Wukong kind of character. I love that. A fire monkey, my dudes. A fire goddamn monkey. Come on. What can you hate about Mabar Chimchar? Okay. The first D tier is definitely Rowlet. So that's why I wanted C tier, because I do prefer. No, actually, you know what? I'm gonna exchange it. You know what? Cancel that. I do prefer Rowlet over Chikorita. I mean, overall, probably the most boring. It's definitely more boring than Rowlet, because Rowlet at least have the Ghost Grass type evolving to its final form. Meanwhile, Chikorita stays pure Grass type. Yeah. So I'm gonna be putting Chikorita indeed there, just because. But I really don't like. The only downside with this, with Rowlet being here, is because I really don't like Rowlet in the anime though. I mean, he kind of just leaps around. I mean, he's one of Ash's Pokemon, but he just leaps around, he never evolves. So I don't really like him in the anime. But I do love him in the video games at least. And his final evolved form is kind of unique with the Ghost and Grass typing. So I'm just gonna, although overall out of all the 7th generation of games, he's probably my least favorite. Like, out of all the 7th generation starters, probably my least favorite. Why did I do Rowlet first? I should have done 6th gen, since, yeah, wait, 5th gen first. Oh, okay, let's go for 5th gen without further ado. Probably gonna be B tier. I'm not really a huge fan of all the starters in 5th gen. I do love 5th gen though. 5th gen has the best champion with Alder and Iris. I do love them. I love the characters, but the starter, I'm not really the biggest fan. I am not the biggest fan of the starter in 5th gen. Probably the one that I actually like is Samurott. I actually did not started liking Oshawott until I found out Samurott. Like, it just looks so goofy, my dude. Oshawott's design, but the moment I saw how Samurott looked, I actually instantly fell in love with it. Like, I wanted to catch it the moment I saw it being played on the Let's Plays on YouTube. So yeah, I think I'm gonna be putting Oshawott probably low E tier as well. I do prefer over Tepig at least. Yeah, the bacon. I think, because I do prefer, when it comes to 5th gen, it's going to be like Snivy over Tepig, and then Oshawott over Snivy. That's kind of the deal. Here is my second D tier. I actually did not start hating on Fennekin as well. The reason why I hated Fennekin is because of his final evolution Delphox. Like, I kid you not, I actually did not like Delphox design. I mean, I do love Breakstone. Breakstone has a cute design in them, and Fennekin has the cute Fennekin has the cute fox kind of character. Like, Dude, if this girl, if this, I actually wanted him to be a kitsune or a nine-tailed fox, but then again, there's already a nine-tails. Yeah, I did not started hating it, but I hated it because of the fox. Because just look at it, just looking at Fennekin, you never thought that it's gonna be turning out as a Del Fox. Like, he's just so cute. So I'm just gonna put as much as it pains me to put him in teeth. Okay, I'm not gonna be putting him in detail because I still like him. He's too cute. Just that his final evolution kinda sucks. And then of course, as if this guy belongs in anywhere else. I mean, come on, he's a frog. He's a ninja frog when he evolves. He deserves nothing but S tier, in my opinion. Okay, wait, you know what? Not really S tier, but I'm gonna be putting him A tier instead. Yeah, I'm gonna be putting him A tier. I'm putting him A tier. And then Chespin, I was underwhelmed with Chespin, so I'm gonna be D tier for him. It's the D tier for him. Yeah. I actually was not a big fan of Chestnut's design. That's just my preference. That is just my preference. Yeah, as you can see, this is more on the design of the Pokemon instead of their stats. Yeah, and their lore in the anime as well. Okay. Speaking of fire types, let's go proceed and judge the rest of the 7th gen starters. Let's see. I'm just gonna go drink some water. Let's start with Litten. Let's go with Litten here. Since we already judged Rowlet. And Litten is actually really cool for me. I love Litten. Absolutely. I mean, he's like a wrestler. His aesthetic as a wrestler cat. A dark cat. A dark fire type. Everything about him. I really do love Litten. And his partnership with Kukui is just perfect. Like, I do love Masquero. I like Masquero. Yeah, not Kukui, it's Masquero. So for me, I would definitely put Litten on A tier and Poplio probably on, because I do love the mermaid aesthetic for Poplio, like for Primarina. So for me, and the fact that I actually used Poplio the first time I played Pokemon Sun and Moon 2. I really do love Poplio. So 3 water types and 1 fire type. Whoa. Chespin, of course. I put 2 Chespin here without knowing. Okay. I do love all of the Galar starter. I'm gonna confess I love all of them. But if I have to pick a favorite, I would probably go Scorbunny on S tier. Because I do love how active it is, his personality. And then my least favorite is Grookey, solely because of that anime episode. Like, he did Team Rocket wrong. Like, Team Rocket, Jesse James, and Mia is probably the kindest trainer there. It's not even because Team Rocket abuses him like Jesse James and Meow, but he really did them wrong. The trio literally treat him right. Like, they even fed him, and yet he betrayed the 3 of them. So for me, that's just a downgrade for me. I hated Grookey because of that episode, man. I mean, as much as I love Grookey in games, I hated Grookey just because of that anime episode. That ruined Grookey for me. And this guy is going to be an 8 because I do love him. So let's go fix this. It's kind of messy right now though. I'd probably knock down. I'm not gonna be doing anything with the C tier, but I'm probably gonna knock down a couple of guys here. Probably Grookey. I'm putting Grookey here. Yeah, and then because I do love better than that. Okay. Let's go with this. And then that's probably the right one. Yeah, that's definitely the right one. Yeah, that's the right one. And I think this one here is definitely my number 1 pick. Yep, like that. Okay. S tier is all good to me. And then as for A tier, Charmander goes first, and then Totodile, and then Piplup is probably gonna be here. I do love Empoleon way more than Trico. And then Froakie, and then Mr. Sobble over here. Yeah, because Sobble, I love that I love his personality, overall design for the final evolution. I love everything about Sobble actually. I just did it. I'm not a huge fan of how he was done in the anime. He essentially becomes a loner in the anime. So yeah. Just so that Grookey has a spot. I kinda did not like that. And overall, yo, I think that's probably it. Yeah, tell me guys, which arrangement for the starters would you prefer? S tier would be Chimchar, Mudkip, Squirtle, Scorbunny, and Popplio. A tier would be Charmander, Totodile, Bulbasaur, Piplup, Trico, Froakie, Oshawott, Sobble, and Litten. B tier would be Torchic, Cyndaquil, Turtwig, and Snivy. And then C tier would be, oh my god, I keep forgetting his name. This guy from 7th Gen, yeah. And then Tepig, Fennekin. Oh man. Why am I forgetting his name? Grookey, Chip, and then D tier would be Chikorita and Chespin. Let's go right here. Will be the first. Will be what's his name? Charlotte. I think her name is Charlotte, if I do remember right. Charlotte. I'm probably gonna go with. She's quite strong. I mean, she did reincarnate as an elf. Oh, a bit of a spoiler there for the ones who are not caught up with the elf arc. She got taken over by an elf, so her magic is top. I do love her magic, and I love that she's the Boa Hancock of the series, and everyone is just enchanted by her. And I do ship him a lot. Her character with Yami, I do ship him a lot with Yami as well. Her and Vanessa. So yeah, I'm probably gonna put her a B because I do love her, but I don't think she's the stronger one. So I'm gonna go with Charlotte at B, and then Dorothy. I think Dorothy's power is actually really powerful for me. I love Dorothy. Dorothy should be, no. I'm gonna put Dorothy on A. Dorothy, I mean, I feel like Dorothy's ability is kind of underrated for me. Just because she doesn't really get a lot of fights and screen time, and in the latest manga, she got beat up by one of the devils. So yeah, for me, I do think Dorothy's ability is stronger than Charlotte a little bit, but she doesn't get much screen time, I feel. So I'm gonna put her at A tier. Yeah, but I do think she's stronger than, just because it's essentially spatial manipulation. Like you have the ability to control a pocket dimension, and I do love pocket dimension abilities. Probably why I love Dreamer so much. So yeah, I do love pocket abilities. Pocket dimension abilities, yeah. Like, my favorite supernova from One Piece is, well, Beige, because he has the castle fruit. I do love that kind of ability. Like, just having a little pocket dimension for yourself. So, without further ado, we'll put Dorothy at A and Fuegoleon. Yeah, I'm gonna be putting Mereoleon at S. I mean, come on now, she's insane, she's a badass. She's a badass woman, so for me, top tier right there. Top tier right there. Like, chef's kiss right there. I love that. I love Mereoleon. And then Fuegoleon, I mean, he does get, yeah, he does. It's a he. He does get Salamander on the story, which is makes him quite powerful. So I'm gonna, because I do love to compare him a lot with Nozel, and I do think that Fuegoleon is stronger than Nozel. Yeah, because of the fire type. He's a fire type and he's a steel type, yeah. Because he's silver, yeah. Nozel is definitely B tier. B tier. Because I do prefer Nozel's character though. He does develop in terms of strength. Fuegoleon got him beat, but in terms of character development, I do love Nozel more. So I'm probably gonna, this is the one instant where I'm going to rank the weaker character above the stronger character. So yeah, I'm gonna have to, I do love Nozel's character, I really do love him. Like, his character quirk with his hair, it's hilarious. His character development throughout the stories is amazing. Yeah, I love Nozel right here. And then probably, it's hard. That's hard. You know what? I can't put Fuegoleon and, no. You know what? Let's go put them both in A tier right now. And then, of course, I don't like this character at all. I find him annoying, and I feel like his ability is weaker than most of the captains. Honestly, it's Jock. I'm gonna put him C tier. I don't like him at all. Like, his rivalry was totally unnecessary. I don't like his rivalry. And then, of course, strength-wise, personality, everything about Julius Nova Chrono is just, everything about Julius Nova Chrono is just wonderful for me. So I'm gonna put him S tier right here. Yeah. And then I can't remember his name. Kaiser. I keep forgetting. Yeah, I'm probably gonna rank him even down because it is told that Kaiser is actually has some powerful magic. So I'm gonna rank Jack down to D tier because I don't like Jack though. I really don't. I'm not a big fan of Jack. And then Real, probably B tier. I do love his magic, his static, his energy at all. Like, he gives an unfettering energy for a good vibe for the captains. Like, I think all of them is quite gloomy when it comes to the meeting, but except for Real. I love Real's personality, like that energetic kid kind of personality. And then I'm gonna go rank Yami first because I think Yami should be an S tier. Better than, because I do love Yami right here. Yami is absolutely a wonderful captain. I would be glad to be a part of Black Bull just to simp for Yami. Just to simp for Yami. And I do think out of the two of them, I feel like Yami is definitely the most versatile fighter with a sword, and then he has the dimensional slash kind of stuff. So I do think out of the two of them, Yami is definitely the most versatile fighter. I mean, not the strongest in terms of raw power, but for me, Yami is definitely the most versatile kind of character. And then A tier. Yeah. And I think this is okay, I'm gonna go arrange this. Now, I think I'm gonna be putting at the top A, uh, at the very top A is gonna be Nozel, and then Fuegoleon over Dorothy, and then, yeah, I think that's right, because I don't really like Vangeance that much. No, actually, I prefer Vangeance over Dorothy. And then B tier would be Real over Charlotte. Yeah, Real over Charlotte, and then Kaiser over, what's his guy's name? Jack. Yeah, Jack. And then I think that would be right. S tier doesn't need a ranking because all of them for me I love all three of them assets. So yeah, there's no ranking in S tier. So yeah, let's go. Yeah, S tier would be Mario, Leona, Julius, and Yami. A tier would be, what's his name? Nozel, Fuegoleon, Vangeance, and Dorothy. And then B tier would be Real and Charlotte. C tier would be Kaiser, and then D tier. Let's switch out a little bit. Brooke. I do love Brooke though. Like out of that strat, I do love his backstory a bit. I really do. It's sad and it's kind of a heartwarming and sad backstory. But as of right now though, Brooke really has not shown any progression at all. So I do love his fighting style with the sword though. I do love that he's the second swordsman of the Straw Hat crew. So I'm gonna have to put him at B. So yeah, B tier. And then for Frankie, again, the fight against Senior Pink is kind of a tearjerker for me. I do love that. That was amazing. That was an amazing fight from Frankie that I expected much. That was so unexpected from me. I do love that. That was good, man. I love his backstory with Tom too, like with the Enislabi, and I love his personality. For me, I do like him better than Brooke though, so I'm gonna have to go because as like growing up, I do love Power Rangers and I love robots, man. And Frankie for me, the aesthetic alone is kind of cool. This is probably gonna be like very surprising, but I actually think that Jimbei joining the Straw Hat, just I don't know. Like it's for me, he's more experienced, right? He's more experienced. He has the backstory to boot, maturity to boot, and he's too powerful. I don't even think Luffy can compare to Jimbei's strength, right? And that he hasn't really shown much. Maybe that will change in Mono Arc in the future of One Piece, but for now I think I'm just gonna, because I don't like the idea of having someone as elite as Jimbei join the Straw Hats when in comparison to, I don't think Luffy can actually even come close to his level of skill for right now in the One Piece. For me, what I mean here is, I do love the fact that Jimbei joins the Straw Hats, but what I don't like about it is he's more experienced. Like it's strength alone, he can surpass Jimbei after the Wano arc for right now. But I just don't like the idea of someone more experienced joining the Straw Hats as part of the show. I feel like something will happen in Wano that will inevitably either kill off Jimbei or the part that will actually hurt more than killing off Jimbei is nerfing him down, because he's too experienced for the Straws. That's what I don't like about that. But I do love the part that he's joining the Strat, because he's been with Luffy ever since Marineford arc technically. So I was excited about that part, but the fact that he's more experienced than Luffy and now he's following Luffy, so That to me is what I don't like about it. So without further ado, let's continue on in this anime series. So for me, Jinbei, I kind of one of not the biggest fan because Jinbei is elite. Like he's the most experienced pirate of all time. So yeah, for me, I'm just gonna have because I still love Jinbei though. Jinbei is cool. So B tier for me. Yeah. Okay. Next one is Luffy, and you know me. He's one of my top 10 shonen protagonists. Like I love Luffy, man. Luffy will forever remain in my S tier. And then, I'm gonna be putting 2 waifu first. I'm gonna do the 2 waifu rule first. So, Nami. Okay, this is where the spoilers for Wano is, because Nami right now in the Wano arc, she's shining bright. Look at the diamond. Like, I love all of his moments in the Onigashima, man. In Onigashima. So I feel like, and I always like Nami ever since East Blue Saga too. She's beautiful, she's hot, she's intelligent. She has a goal. She has his personality about money, his perspective of money, everything about her, man. I do love Nami. Although she comes off short in terms of backstory compared to Robin. So yeah, I'm gonna have to put her to B. And then I'm going to put Robin to A. Yeah, I do love Nami though. Nami is beautiful. So I love. Oh wow, coincidental. I ship Frankie and Robin together. Nice. I'm not gonna change that. Okay, I'm not gonna change that position. And Chopper. I mean, I love. He's a mascot for this show, for the Straw Hat Pirates, man. He's cute. He's adorable. He sells more merch than Nami in terms of plushies. So I think I'm gonna tone it down a bit. And he hasn't really have much time since Jump Kingdom and ends Lobby to Shine. But he's a solid character. It wouldn't be fair for him to land on the D tier, but there's just so many more that I love more than Chopper, man. So he's out of all the threats, he's probably the one overshadowed the most. Honestly, if I'm being honest right now. So I'm gonna have to put him on the C tier for me. It hurts me because I also do love Chopper, but he's not my favorite though. Not my favorite. I like more characters than him though. Sanji. Sanji. I'm gonna save Usopp for last. Monster Trio. Okay, Sanji. Now that we know a lot about Sanji and Sanji's backstory and the things that he went through from Totland Island arc, I actually do like her. I like him. His character arc, his character development. Although I don't like the simp part of him. So that's probably enough to him to be B tier for me, because I do like Zoro better. So Zoro is more badass for me and more serious and a lot more stronger too. But I do love from his backstory, his personality, from his chivalry, and the fact that he can rival. He's like one of the comedic rival for Zoro as well. So for me, Sanji B tier for me. Yeah, B tier. Like I said, this is gonna be, there's no D tier Straw Hat for me, man. I love all the Straw Hats. And then of course, I mentioned earlier, Zoro is C tier. A tier. God. Oh. Wait, there's a God in Luffy's? Okay. I'm gonna be putting him in C tier because, come on, no memeing aside. First is he's a meme. He's a meme lord. He's a god. He's God Usopp. And secondly, I like the fact that within the in terms of, they're all friends, of course. All of the Straw Hats are friends, but within the Straw Hats, Luffy, he's actually the one that gets Luffy the most. Maybe because he's the same age as him. Yeah, he plays with them. He's like he has a good chemistry with Luffy. Like he can match up with Luffy's craziness, and the fact that he's also like the most pessimistic part of the Straw Hats, and like he foils a bit of Luffy's optimism with his pessimism, and the fact that out of all of them, the one that actually was fighting Pirona is Usopp because of his pessimism. I love that part of him. Like, I feel like he should be asked for the memes alone, man. I feel like, come on. He's got Usopp. How can he not be asked here? Like, oh wait, I can totally have it at double S though. I love his chemistry with Luffy. Out of all the stars, he has the most chemistry with Luffy. Yeah, I do like him, and he's probably the strongest. Like, and seriously, and he's not going to be the strongest. But man, oh man, he's intelligent. He can use tactic really well, and the fact that in the movie. In the last movie Stampede, it's thanks to him that they defeated Douglas. Like, man, I love Usopp, man. Usopp and Luffy are my two favorite strats. So for now, S tier is going to be Luffy and Usopp. A tier is Frankie, Robin, Zoro. B tier is Brook, Jinbei, Nami, and Sanji, and then C tier is going to be Chopper. Welcome to the cultured YouTube channel, The Infinite King, where I do contents about anime, manga, Pokemon gaming, and other random stuff. Please leave a like and subscribe for more Pokemon and anime related content. I do think Shoji is quite the strong in terms of strength. I do think Choji is quite the strong one and very versatile as well. So I think for Choji, I would go directly for B. I do love his character arc as well. He has a veritably have good character arc, good abilities, which I always love. So for me, it's B tier. Not quite A and S, but B would be like the average here. Hinata, character-wise, yo. Character-wise, I think he earned herself and as a waifu. Strength-wise, quite underwhelming. Quite underwhelming. So I'm probably leaning towards either B or A. But honestly, if I'm going to put Hinata with, oh shoot, B, I would also put Choji at A. I know at C, right? If Hinata is at B, so I'm gonna go put Hinata at A at least, and then Ino. I mean, character design wise, he deserves to be an S tier. Character wise, I mean, she rivals Sakura in very useful characters, and yet I do love her ability though. For me, that's probably B tier material for me, because I really love the mind transfer jutsu. So for me, B tier, ability, amazing, character design, amazing. Not much in character arcs though, but I do love his all about, you know. And then Kiba have a pointless rivalry against Naruto. I do find him a little bit annoying. I do love his combo moves with Akamaru, but then again, I do hate that he pretends to be Naruto's equal. So for me, B tier. It's probably one of my least favorite. Neji, character-wise, I think Neji should be S, honestly. Character-wise aside, I do love Neji's character backstory, character arc. Ability is not that strong, but his character alone is S tier. So, respect for the Nejis, the Nedsters. Yeah, the Nedsters. What? Let's go. And then Rock Lee, of course, A tier. You already know I love my boy Rock Lee. Sakura, C tier. Now, let's go for C tier because I hate this guy. Like, he's like the dollar store version of Sasuke, yo. Like the replacement, the substitute. So I'm gonna go for D. I hate both Kiba and Sai here. And then Mr. Shikamaru, which became one of, probably has a surprising close friendship with Naruto and became his aide when he became when Naruto became a Hokage. I'm probably gonna lean towards A tier again. Phenomenal character, really good ability. I do love the shadow possession and shadow paralysis jutsus. Really solid ability. I love everything about Shikamaru. Personality as well. And then we have ourselves Shido. Shino. I don't know. I'm gonna go add him to don't care. I really didn't care for Shino much. Really. Wait. Hold up. Add a row below. I'm just gonna go don't care. RDC. Yeah. It's that. Yeah, I don't really care for him much because there's literally nothing interesting about him. I mean, and manipulating insect, that's the only thing, and I don't really mind her. I'm pretty iffy with Shino's ability. So yeah, I don't really care about his ability much. Yeah, I don't really care. Sasuke, of course. I don't know, not that. I would go for, personally, I'm not really a huge fan, but he does have pretty powerful ability that rivals Naruto. So at least I'm gonna put it a B tier, because Naruto would be, of course, A tier for me. Yeah, and then Tenten, I don't care. That's probably it.
Currently watching the Infinite King TV. If you're not yet subscribed and you enjoy my content, please leave a like and subscribe for more Pokemon and anime related content. Without further ado, let's continue on with the video.
Then if I rearrange this, I would go A tier for Naruto first, then Hinata, and then Shikamaru, and then Rock Lee, and then here would be Sasuke would be first, of course, and then Ino, and then Choji. C tier is Sakura, and then D tier would be, high D tier would be, because I do think in D tier Sai would be better than Kiba. And then for, yeah, I don't really care about Shino and Tenten. That's about